Well, Donervon, how do you sum up that one today against Barrow?
It's a really frustrating afternoon to lose at home. I felt like we had a lot of the ball. They allowed us to play out from the back. And at times we were wasteful with the ball, myself included, especially first half. I felt like when we moved it into midfield, we didn't move it quick enough to then get it to the front lines. We weren't clinical enough, I felt, out in the wide areas to get balls in the box. And when we did, they were in the good positions. They had a really good defensive unit. Take it into the second half, they allowed us to be expansive. We passed the ball really well, I felt. We dominated possession, but we just weren't as clinical as we would have liked to have been. I felt like we got loads of crosses in the box, but then there was no one on the end of it at times. We had chances, not enough chances for the possession that we had or that we created. So it was a frustrating afternoon overall. The fans were frustrated. We're frustrated as a group. We know what is required, especially at this period in the season. I don't feel like nobody puts pressure on us as much as we put on ourselves, because we're a good group. We're an honest group, and we want to go and achieve something for ourselves and for this club and for the fans that have supported us home and away all season. So it was a tough one. It's a tough one to take.
How do you as a group now go about trying to rectify this particular run at the moment? Because frustration seems to be a key word in that.
I feel like we've had a really good week's work. Obviously, it counts for nothing unless you take it into the Saturday and get something out of it on the Saturday. But now we're going into a tough game at home again on Tuesday. And I feel like we can only respond. We can only go out there and do what is required of us, and we need our home support. As they've been there all season, we need them to come and back us again and cheer us on, encourage us. We have to look at ourselves and take the responsibility and stand up and be counted. We've gone through a period like this before, earlier on in the season, and then we turn it around because there's honesty and there's a willingness to learn, and there's the ability to, as individuals and as a group, to achieve. So that's the only outcome here.
You've shown that bounce back ability, like you talk about. We had that run earlier on in the season, right at the start. It was a good period, then not so good, but then it went good again. And we're just feeling that little bit of a lull at the moment. But there's a clear hunger and desire in the group to turn things around again.
100%. Obviously, the last, 6 weeks hasn't been the results we've all wanted or felt like we deserved. There's been a lot of draws in there, and then to lose today probably just makes it feel a lot worse, a compounding effect of, negativity. But within the group, within that dressing room, within our staff, we know how good we are, and we know how good we can be, and we just have to go out there and show it, because we are the only ones that can change this lull or change this run of performances without a win. And it's never nice to lose at home. So we just want to bounce back again on Tuesday and give the fans something to cheer about.
I was going to say, I think there's 14 games left in this season, and with the way things are panning out, especially this month, Saturday, Tuesday seem to be a real occurrence, and to have a game so close allows you to try and rectify, the frustrations from today and the previous weeks.
Yeah, a Tuesday game could be a gift and a curse. Obviously, you have to recover well to go into the game to feel fresh to compete. But if you're coming off the back of a loss like we are today, it gives you the opportunity to go into that game to right the wrongs that happened on Saturday. So we're going to see it as a positive, chomping at the bit to go and compete against a really good opposition again. At this point, every game's an important game. We've said in the pre-match meeting, every game's our cup final, because we know where we want to go and we know what we want to achieve. And again, we're the only ones that can change the results that's on the pitch. Yeah, refs have an impact in it. Our supporters have an impact in how we feel in the game, when they push us on, when they drag us over the line, when they encourage us. But once we step across that white line, us as players, as a team, we're the only ones that can change it.